Welcome back everyone to the Hello World Guide. This is another episode of the Asteroids game in C++ series, and in this video we are going to actually implement a game over screen for our game. So in the last video we implemented player asteroid collision and the game over functionality, but we lacked that proper game over screen, and the game just restarted kind of instantly, which did not feel that good. So we need a way to kind of make that work. For this reason we are going to make a game over screen in this video. So in order to start, we are going to start by, of course, adding a new text element. The text element I'm going to add is going to call I'm going to call it game over text, and we also need to make sure to define it inside of here. And I'm going to remove the begin call from here. We are not going to call begin here. Instead, what we will do is, first of all, let's go up here and define the game over text. And now we are going to just draw the game over text in here. So we won't immediately begin, but if the game is over, we'll just on each iteration of the loop, we'll along with drawing everything else, we'll not everything else really, since we are going to clear the entities, but we are going to draw the score text, and then we are also going to draw our game over text here. Now that's pretty cool, but our game over text is currently empty, so we'll go here and set our game over text font to this font that we loaded, and then we are going to also set its position. Let us set it to 603 450, which should be the center of the screen, and then we'll also set its character size to something like 96, a bit bigger than the twice as big as the score text. And then we'll go ahead and also set the string to be game over. Since it's going to be static text, we don't need to set the string again and again, we'll just set it once. And since our game over text is large, just setting it to 600 and 450 will actually position its top left corner at the center of the screen. So we need to shift it back some amount, and you can kind of play around with the values until you get something that works for you. I'm going to increase the character size to 128, by the way, and then a value of 250 and 350 seems to put it in quite the center. So that works. However, first let's run that and see whether it works or not. And what you should see is that it does work. So as soon as this starts, you can see it does start, and I can move around, and if I go ahead and collide with this, it says game over, and it does appear in the center of the screen. Now this is alright, but we would like the user to be able to continue and replay the game, for which we are going to have to add another text to kind of aid the user in that. I'm going to call it continue text, and this is also going to be a static text which we can initialize in the start. We'll first of all actually define it inside of the cpp file. Then we'll go down here. First let's go here, and we're going to copy the game over text logic and just change the name to continue text, and we're going to set its size to be lower at 48, and we're going to call it press space to continue. And of course we are going to go ahead and make sure we actually draw this, and we are going to just say if the space key is pressed, then we'll continue the game, for which we are going to just tell the user that press space to continue. Now actually I'm going to reduce the size a bit, and the position of for a size of 24, a position of 450 and 550 works well. It looks nice, and you can of course play around with the values until you find something that matches your style. So we are going to say press space to continue here, and of course we need to actually implement it so that it does continue when we press space, for which we will go here and we'll say if sf keyboard, and we'll only do this if the game is over. We'll only execute it inside of this, and we'll say space, and let's say if that is the case, we'll just begin. So let's go ahead and run that, and what you should see is that when we do that, our game over screen shows, and then we can press space to restart the game. So you can see I can kind of move around, and that works. And if I go ahead and, for example, collide with this asteroid here, you can see that it says game over, and below it says a small text saying press space to continue. As soon as I press space, now it works. However, space is the same key. Actually it again gave an error. Well, we'll fix that in a second, but the problem is that space is the same key that we use for doing other stuff like shooting. So we need to kind of I will actually change this to be enter, since we don't want to shoot accidentally as well. So we are going to just change the key here. We'll say press enter to continue, like that. And another thing is that currently what we are well, currently we are just setting the score to 0 inside of is game over. We won't do that here, but we will do it when the key is pressed, because we do want the player to be able to see what score they made, for which we'll need to keep the score displayed. So let's go ahead and run this now, and hopefully this will work according to our expectations. So you can see I can move around, and we can shoot the asteroid, and I get a score of 10, and I can shoot the other asteroid and I get a score of well, 20. And if I go up there and I like collide with the asteroid like that, you can see that it says game over and the score is still displayed, but I press enter and the score is reset to 0 and I go back to the start of the screen. So you can see that that is working quite well. We have got a working system for our game here, which is pretty awesome. So yeah guys, this is pretty much it for this video. In this video we implemented the majority of our work with the game over screen here, and in the next video we can get started with the asteroid collisions. We actually already developed the algorithm, we only need to implement the collision. So we'll do that in the next video. Make sure to stay tuned for that. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe as well, and share this video with other people, and bye.